What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us,
and we're new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Afro Cubans have a unique history in the Tampa Bay area that often gets overlooked.
But as Emerald Morrow explains, tucked away in a tiny building along 7th Avenue is a tale of triumph through racial tribulation.
A history often unheard. A history Francisco Rodriguez Sr. discusses in this 1978 recording.
Prior to the end of the war, the black and white Cubans would fraternize and meet together to discuss common problems.
They often did this at what's known as the Ybor Cuban Club today, but the turn of the 20th century brought change.
There was a fragmentation between the two races, and each started going his way.
Historians say white Cubans forced their black countrymen out because of the color of their skin. This led Afro Cubans to form La Unión Martí Maceo, their own mutual aid society.
They named it after two very relevant...
See, and I was just about to say that's the perfect way for like a community to come together and help, you know, push the community in a real positive direction. You know what I'm saying? From elders all the way down to the babies. But then they split up? Come on, man.
Figures to Cuban history, Jose Marti and General Antonio Maceo, both were individuals who over 120 years ago believed in a colorblind society in a time when that was a rather radical step to take.
Rodriguez was one of the most well-known leaders of the group.
He spoke a lot about the need for Cubans to, particularly Afro-Cubans, to stand up to whatever oppression they were facing.
Cheryl Rodriguez knows this well, not just as a professor at USF, but also as Francisco's granddaughter.
Both my grandfather and my father served as presidents at some point in time in the history of the organization. They had health benefits, burial benefits, and for people who might have had some kind of catastrophe in their life, there was support.
A haven from racism, a hub for community. But soon, pressures of development posed threats.
Ultimately, in the 1960s, urban renewal would pretty much wipe the club off the face of Tampa, so to speak, off the map of Tampa, and it would be rebuilt in a different location within Ybor City.
Since then, the society has suffered. Memberships dwindled. And today, the club's future is uncertain.
One of the things that I'm looking at is the feasibility of having the city of Tampa potentially monetarily support Martí Maceo through some sort of an allotment.
The city councilman says the money could help the club stay alive.
When we look at those early pioneers who were kicked out by their fellow Cuban Americans on account of their skin color, following the winning of a revolutionary war in Cuba, such an ugly act. Those people are heroes, and we can't forget them.
While it's not yet set in stone, Councilman Vieira says he's looking at using CRA money to help, depending on the society's need.
Okay.
What?
All right, we're going to stop it right there.
All right, so you guys sent this in. So obviously y'all thought it was important for us to talk about. Listening throughout this whole news clip, what I realized is that I don't know much about Afro Cubans here, you know, and obviously that's Tampa Bay area, and because of the location of things, they may have more of a population there than in other areas, and I'm sure there are other areas in the United States, but social aid and pleasure clubs, that's what we call it, but social aid clubs has always been around for us to gain these benefits for our communities, to strengthen our communities where there were no aid, no help from, I guess, government agencies. So where are you all now?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Because this clip, I don't know the date of this. I don't know, but it looked pretty dated a little bit. But y'all sent this in, so
yeah. And I'm glad that you acknowledged that you wasn't as familiar with the the Afro Cubans. But my thing is, like, they see what was working. Everything was going well at one point, but because of the color of someone's skin, and maybe because of outside sources as well, they decided to, divide. And then they started to crumble. You know what I'm saying? Go back to what was working without having that. Like, at the end of the day, when you let outside people come into something that you've been building for the community, that's oftentimes is not going to thrive the way everyone has predicted to thrive. Because now you got someone else in your ear from the outside source.
Right.
Yeah, they should have just stuck with what was working.
Right.
Yeah.
So what y'all think? Let us know how the Afro-Cuban community is doing today. What was the result of this news clipping? Like, let us know.
Yeah,
and if y'all want us to cover more about the Afro-Cuban culture here, let us know. All right.
Sir.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.